Now that we've talked about intermediate colors, you're going to take your abstract portrait, and you've already done your glue resist, and you're going to take a color wheel. You want to make sure that you choose the 3 that are in order, a primary, an intermediate, and a secondary, but they need to be touching on the color wheel. So I started out, I've got my red, which is a primary, I've got my orange, which is a secondary, and then I've got my red-orange. I like to go around and choose all my colors that best fits with the color wheel and my chalk. I've got green, blue-green, and blue. So this would be my intermediate, my blue-green. My red-orange would be my intermediate. I've got orange again, yellow-orange, which is my intermediate, and yellow. And lastly, I've got yellow, yellow-green, and green. So yellow-green, yellow-orange, red-orange, and blue-green are my intermediate colors that I'm going to use today. Because it's an abstract portrait, you can color it any way you want, but you want to make sure you switch your colors for each shape that you see. So the hair is a shape, the face is a shape, the eyebrows are a shape, the mouth is a shape, eyes are a shape. So make sure you change up your color so your abstract portrait is very colorful. So I'm going to start out by using a primary color, so red, blue, or yellow, and I'm going to use the side of my chalk and fill in a shape. So maybe I want to do red hair. I'm using the side, not the tip, and I'm going to fill in my hair. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take a paper towel, wrap it around my pointer finger, and I'm going to rub the color in. Now when you do this, you want to make sure that you stay within that shape, within that glue resist, so that the chalk doesn't get everywhere. After I have my primary color, I'm going to go in with my intermediate. So I did red, so I'm going to go in with my red-orange, and I'm going to add those highlights where the light might be hitting the hair. Just add it. I like to add it on the corners, on the edges. And then you can go in and take your paper towel and just rub it in just a little bit. You don't want to rub right on top because it will end up blending in, but you just want to rub around the edges. Next, I'm going to do my face. So if I use red-orange as an intermediate, maybe I want to do yellow-orange for my intermediate. So I can either choose to use a primary, which is yellow, or I can use orange, which is a secondary. So I'm going to use yellow for my face. There's my face. I'm going to go in, wrap it around my finger. Make sure you stuff all the extra in your palm so when you rub, the chalk doesn't go everywhere. If you see a lot of extra chalk, you can go to the trash can and dump it in the trash. Because I've used yellow as the base, I can either choose to use yellow-orange for my intermediate or yellow-green for my intermediate. So I'm going to choose an intermediate color for the highlight. So I'm going to go in with yellow-green this time, which is like a lime green, and I'm just going to add those highlights. Around the edges, not all over the edges, but just on some places on the face. Then you're going to go in and lightly rub the outer parts of that intermediate color, just so it blends in a little. Alright, so I've chosen to use red, which is a primary, and then I use red-orange, which is an intermediate. Then I used yellow, which is a primary, and then I used yellow-green, which is its intermediate. Now I'm going to choose to do my neck. So I can either choose a primary or a secondary. So maybe I want to choose green. And then I need to choose an intermediate of green, so either yellow-green or blue-green. I'm going to choose green and blue-green, so they have to be touching each other on the color wheel. So I'm going to use green first. I'm going to go in with red and use red-orange again for my lips. Make sure that the inside of your eyes are black like a pupil, and then the outer part is white, just like a normal eye would be. Let's review this one more time. Use a color wheel and know that the primary colors are red, yellow, and blue. The secondary colors are purple, orange, and green. In between a primary and a secondary color is an intermediate. So yellow is a primary, green is a secondary. Its intermediate is yellow-green. Green is a secondary, blue is a primary. The intermediate is blue-green. Blue is a primary, violet or purple is a secondary. Blue-violet is its intermediate. Violet is secondary, red is primary, its intermediate is red-violet. Red is primary, orange is secondary. Its intermediate is red-orange. Orange is secondary, yellow is primary. Its intermediate is yellow-orange, and so on. It goes around the color wheel. Have fun!